Welcome to Dacey's Divas. Hi, I'm your host, Dacey. Today we have a true diva out there making a difference in the fight against violence. She has continued to pay tribute and honor her beloved daughter, Olivia. Please welcome the founder of Liv for Liv, Jody Marchand. Good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
Welcome back again.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are such an amazing woman, a warrior, that are out there every day in the trenches fighting the good fight against violence against women. And we're going to talk about that today. But before we talk about that, let's tell the viewers a little bit about who you are.
Okay.
And we've known each other for many, many years.
Yes, we have, thankfully.
Yes.
I'm very grateful for that, for you to help me tell my story.
Yes.
I'll tell briefly what it's about, if that's okay.
Yes.
I met someone when I was 19. He was 28, and I went on a date with him. And little by little, we became, boyfriend, girlfriend. And then we did get married, and there's so many signs that I could tell people. Believe me, I could fill up at least an hour. But basically, it was not physical abuse that was my experience, but it was, emotional abuse, financial abuse, jealousy. Yep. There's a pie with power and control, and then there's slices of the pie. So anyway, I had enough finally after 30 years of being with him, and I got home from work one night. I was a mortgage lender, and came in, changed into my pajamas, and he was angry about something over the weekend, and which was nothing new. And he started to yell at me. I yelled back, and next thing you know, he got up off the couch and had me against the wall, choking me. And
And this was the first time of your abuse, you said.
The first time of
physical abuse.
Of that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we would fight, and it's known that that abusive people are narcissists.
Yeah.
It's all about them. They don't remember fights the way they truly happen. So it was years of that, years of, going shopping and taking the tags off my, the clothing I just bought, take the tags off, keep the bag in my car, and then hang up the outfit. Yeah. So things like that. But it's control, and they make you, they put you down.
Belittle you.
It's so many things. And so you lose that confidence. I was a loan officer. That's what happens is you could be any income level and it can happen to you. So that night, he knew I had it. He started to choke me, and then he let go. And so I called 911, but then I immediately hung up because he was a hunter and a fisherman, and he did not want to lose his guns. So I got scared and I hung up. And then in walked Olivia. My 17-year-old, beautiful, intelligent, senior in high school, ready to go on an internship, trying to go to University of Vermont. I wanted her to do it. I don't know how I was going to pay for it, but and she was so happy. And she came in and she was going to, bake cookies or something. And I said, no, we got to go. And nothing new. So I went upstairs to change. The biggest regret I have in my entire life. That I didn't run out the door. But you don't, I don't know, you just, you don't think. Anyway, I went upstairs to change. The police called back. She said, everything's fine, and she came upstairs leaning against the bureau waiting for me to change. And my husband came up with a gun, a Glock, which is a powerful firearm. And he shot her, and he killed her. I turned to go towards her. And he shot me, and the bullet entered my left temple, shattered my jaw, and the bullet is now in my right shoulder. So they say it's a miracle because had it just been in just a slightly different location, I could be blind, I could, have severe brain damage. So it's like I was meant to survive. I wish it was her, not me, but I'm here and I'm helping
tell her story and to help women with domestic violence.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, she was a beautiful girl. We're gonna flash pictures of her throughout the show. Pete has some beautiful pictures of her. Here she is, your gorgeous daughter, Olivia,
thank you.
who we're dedicating the show to today. in her memory. And you have been out here, it'll be 15 years, so you would have been 33 years old.
Yes.
Beautiful pictures of her. She loved horseback riding.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I tell people all the time, I advise them not to buy a horse.
Yeah.
But she loved it.
She did it.
Was in competitions, yeah.
And I know you're having a huge event coming up September 14th, and I used to love covering it for my full page, the Z List in the Lowell Sun. And
Greatly appreciate it.
You said that was a well-known, it still is a well-known event, and you have a ton of people that day.
Yeah.
And it's right here at the 4-H Fair in Chelmsford.
Yeah.
We're gonna flash throughout the show. Here it is, the 15th annual Live Free
thank you.
Run. And people can liveforlive.org, reach out, or just come for the day. It's a family day. I know Bianco's, are you going to have them cater it this year again?
Not this year.
No,
they did it for years. But
yes.
Then, you know.
Yep. That's okay.
Time goes by, and that is okay. So, you know, I'm not sure yet what we're having this year, but we will have snacks.
Good.
Kimball's Ice Cream for 15 years has donated ice cream.
Yes.
You know, her friends worked there at the time.
They did.
So the woman that runs the ice cream, Jill, has been so kind, and they have donated ice cream and hot fudge.
Yeah.
So that's a popular item. But we also have a raffle, we have a DJ, and we added the 1 mile fun run this year.
Which is great.
Thank goodness, because I'm not as young as I used to be, so I might have to do that one. But anyway, people walk, they run, they walk with their kids in their carriage, or, you know, it's an amazing day for runners, for walkers. We have a 23-mile bike ride that goes from Acton, Concord, Carlisle. It's beautiful.
Yes.
But I did it the first year, and I said, okay, I want to be back in a half an hour.
Yeah.
So I started a 5K.
This is great. Here's some photos from the event, and people should get out, and all of the proceeds go to domestic violence, correct?
Yes, we've helped women. We've helped get first, last month security deposit. We've helped, you know, with lighting they need so that they're safe and it goes on their porch. I have a picture of a family we helped, a woman and her 2 daughters, and we bought them bedroom furniture. I have a picture of those 2 young girls so happy.
That's wonderful.
Oh my gosh,
Good for you,
it's a
Jody.
must.
It is a must.
It is a must.
Let's talk a little bit about, let's go back. You were 19 years old. Throughout the years, I remember you. You refreshed my memory. I sold real estate after college from my dad, and you were a top loan officer. So you were independent at the time.
Very, yes.
You were a smart girl. You came from a good family. I know your brother, your sister, your mom. So we all went to high school together, Chelmsford High. But why did you stay in that tough relationship? Because you were successful, you were independent. You saw some red flags, like cutting your clothes and, you know, the tags and putting them in your closet. And, you know, that is just so, I mean, why did you?
I know.
Why did you stay?
Though.
Like, okay, just give us a little to help other women.
I would say
because you're afraid? Are you afraid, or you just don't want to ruffle? Or since they're so narcissistic, do they turn it around to make you look like it's your fault?
Definitely do that. There's many reasons. The biggest one being financial. That was my fear. Being a loan officer, you could have 1 month that was, you know, rates were low, people were refinancing, you made a good income. But then you could have another month where your income was much lower. So I was afraid financially.
Did he not help you financially? Did he not help? Did you have a daughter at the time? Like, you just had your daughter?
Yes, and I knew enough when I got married. I knew enough to have a house account.
Yes.
There was no way my paycheck was going into one account with his.
Well, that was smart.
It's the one thing that I'm proud of.
So we recommend that for women?
Highly.
Okay.
Because they will control any money you spend.
Now, where did you have that? At a separate bank, obviously?
Yes, we had that.
Okay.
And he would write me a check.
Right.
You know, for whatever at the time, say $2,000.
Right.
And
did he ask for what? Like for sneakers for school? Was it more for your child or for groceries?
No, it was for our mortgage payment and bills of the house, but also school clothes for Olivia.
Right.
But then there were things like we had a horse, which I don't know if anybody wants to do that, but
it's a lot of work. I grew up with horses. A lot of work, a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yes.
But fun for the kids. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And we did various competitions, which is why I like to have it at the 4-H fairgrounds.
Right.
But he would not pay towards that because he didn't think that was an okay.
Okay.
She played volleyball in high school. He would go to a game if it was in a certain range that he was willing to travel to.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But thankfully, my mom and dad went anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's
Control.
all about them. It's all about control. And the main thing, one of the biggest thing I want to let people know, it doesn't change. They think it's all about them. They truly believe they don't remember arguments the way they really happened.
Right.
And very often they blame you for everything.
Right. You were a young girl. You were naive, obviously. You know, you just didn't even experience life yet. I mean, if you think about it, when you met him, he was older. He was 28.
Oh, yes.
So he was about 10, 11 years older than you. So was he close with his family? Do you still keep in contact with his family after this?
No, unfortunately, he had 2 children from his previous marriage. I met them. He was 9 years older than me.
Okay.
I met them when they were 3 and 5.
Okay, so he was married.
I grew up with them pretty
Okay.
much, and I got close with his daughter.
Right.
I was allowed to go away with his daughter. His daughter was turning 30, and I was allowed to go with her and her friends to Aruba because I was with his daughter.
Right. Okay.
But to go with other people, he
No.
made it so miserable. I only did it once, and I would never do it again.
Yeah.
You know, so there's things like that.
Did you ever talk to the ex-wife? Did he ever harm
We
the
were
ex-wife?
friendly with them for, you know, off and on.
Yep.
His son lived with us for a little while, but I got very close with my daughter. But unfortunately, now his guns, he was a hunter, as I said.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the Glock that was used to kill my child, I had given it to him because I did not know what it was and that how powerful the firearm was. He wanted one. He said it was for practicing, you know, at the sportsman's club. So what did I know?
Right.
But now I live with that guilt for the rest of my life.
Why did he target your daughter? I don't get that. Like, why didn't he target you? Why was it Olivia? She was a sweet girl. Was he good with her? Or was he controlling with her, too?
There was tension in the home. And as I said, he would do some things with her, but, you know, but like anything, it had to be at his, what he wanted to do.
Right.
With her, you know, he went fishing with her. He taught her how to go
It was what he wanted to do.
But it was what he wanted to do.
As long as she obeyed and went with him, she was okay.
You know, but as she grew older, you know, I'll say this: one time he had gone away, and on Sunday we were watching a movie, and the relaxation we had, just the level of companion with my child, watching a movie. And he walked in the door, and the tension.
Chaos.
You could feel it, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
And he went on and on about his weekend. He didn't ask us about our weekend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And she said to me once, "I'm okay, Mom, if you leave. I'm okay."
Yeah. Yep.
But I just wanted to get her to college.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you were going to figure things out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I tell people, there's no perfect time to get out.
No.
But, you know, by staying with someone, it goes from generation to generation.
Yeah.
I honestly feel that my dad, who I loved and taught me how to do a lot of things, water skiing, all kinds of fun things, but I think it went on in my home.
Yeah.
And I know it went on
In his home.
I know Olivia, you know, it went on with her boyfriend. You know, you just don't know any different. That's why I'm trying to get into schools.
That's interesting you say that. So you feel that it went on in your home. So you didn't really know any better, or you tried to get out.
That's how you brought up.
So that's how you were brought up.
I feel like I married my dad. He was you know, my dad was a contractor. My husband was an oil company guy. You know, they were both very funny, very sociable. People love them. They're a lot of fun.
Right.
But every joke at my expense.
Right.
You know, there's so many signs, and that's why I try to, you know, get into places to speak, particularly to young people.
Yeah.
You know, they need to know.
Let's talk a little bit about violence. Tell me a little bit about domestic violence. I mean, there's so much out there nowadays. We were talking about it years ago. You would never even know. You would never say, oh, he did it. Nowadays, you're like, okay, yeah, the husband did it. Okay, fine, please, right? So now, way back when, you know, this is 15 years ago, but you're talking 15, 20, 30 years ago, domestic violence was not like it is today, correct?
Right. Well, it not talked about.
Not talked about.
It,
but it's not as bad as it is today.
Honestly,
it's bad today. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
or I
that's
don't.
true.
I mean,
actually, yeah, you grew up, like you said, you don't know.
You know, I believe it was going on.
Right, but it wasn't publicized.
You know, maybe guns, guns are used more now, maybe. Yeah. I don't know, but you hear stories about, stabbings or all kinds of stories.
Do you think social media has a lot to do with the violence against women nowadays?
It's unfortunate to say, as we know, still working on the equality in the job market, and so, I just think that very often both people are working, and yet very often if the person is in an abusive relationship, they have to take care of the kids. They have to go grow. Because I've heard stories about a family that had moved, and the husband was an attorney, and he felt the wife's job was to take care of 4 kids and, unpack where, all the boxes and all that. And, he said, well, I worked really hard all week to, so I can support us. And so, that's your job to empty. And so she's got 4 young kids trying to,
balance.
And that's how it goes. It's all about that.
Yep. Yep. Now, tell me some resources that you would recommend to help women. I know today we're going to put a 1-800, the domestic violence hotline, but what else can women? Where can they take shelter? I know you're going to have a mission, hopefully, to open up a nice Liv's Independence House down the road, which is phenomenal news. See, you're smiling. I cannot wait. I hope I can help you in that and be a part of that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Where can women go? I mean, I know there's a House of Hope in Lowell. I used to.
There is. And there's a shelter in Lowell.
Yes.
Alternative House.
Yes.
And also, they can call me.
Okay.
They can go on our website.
Yep. Live, L-I-V-E, or live.org.
Exactly. And I'll say this, very often you'll see on websites now, you can look at it and there's a button that you can hit immediately.
Okay.
Because if they're coming into the room to see what you're doing, click.
Wow, this is new then, you updated this?
We just updated our website.
I love that.
I'm very happy to say.
Okay, great.
There's so many things I wish, so many would have shared this in my life.
Yep.
And I wish I had been at a place to, to do the website, to become more about helping victims and having the event the event that we have be less about Olivia's here.
Right.
But we need to help victims.
And you need to show awareness what you're doing and make it aware.
And
awareness.
Speak at schools.
Yes.
It is insane that they think I shouldn't talk to kids.
Right.
I
Why?
was a year out of high school.
Yeah.
How do you know different if you've grown up in it? Kids need to know the signs.
Yeah.
Right around the time that my incident happened, there was a young girl going to college.
Right.
And it happened in, I don't know if you remember the town. It was, it was in a higher income town, and the boyfriend killed the ex-girlfriend. They were going off to college. He was so jealous.
That happens all the time now.
And it happens
crazy.
All the time. You see it almost every day.
And now you mentioned prior that your daughter Olivia, you feel that she was in an abusive relationship?
Yes, I mean, it's so hard to say that because he had many good things about him, but I'll just give an example if I can.
Yeah.
One semester of school, she was always on time for school. She got her license. She was always on time. She was a good student. Of course, as a mom, you look at the comments saying, if she tries harder, kind of thing. But she did well. And but one semester she was late to school, something in crazy amount of time, say 18 times or something.
Wow.
And I was
That's unusual.
very.
For her. Yes.
And what happened was she was going to the boyfriend's house to make sure he was up and at him for school because she felt she needed to help him.
Right, yeah.
And that's a sign.
Yes, yeah.
You're not responsible. You have to.
You have to be responsible for yourself.
Exactly.
Yes. How did you, and you can answer this, how did you overcome the guilt? You know, you can answer it, you don't have to answer it, but I feel it's important for women to know that you can come out of this horrible, horrific nightmare, correct? And look how you've dedicated your life to your daughter, which is amazing. I give you so much credit. I mean, honorable, really, it's outstanding. But how did you get out of this hole, really, this dark, dark place at that time?
I can't say I'm really out of it.
No. But how did you overcome the guilt? Like you say, you still have the guilt. But do you feel like you do exercise, you run? I know you're an avid runner. Do you feel that helps take a lot of the stress away?
Yes. Exercising to me, it helps me not think about it for an hour of the day.
Yeah.
You know, exercise. Yeah, a walk, even a run, whatever. That's why I love the event we have.
Yeah.
But
you have focused. You can focus on that within the year. You know you're doing that in memory of your beautiful daughter.
It helps a lot. But you know, we really do need a grant writer because we need funds.
Okay.
If I'm going to provide Liv's Independence House, helping someone get a job because they've never been allowed to work, waiting for their house to sell, you know, or divorce to become final. They need a place to live.
Okay.
Because very often they leave the relationship because they're afraid.
Yeah.
I look at that as, why didn't I get a restraining order?
Yeah.
But it's fear. It's a lot of fear.
So she needs a grant writer, everybody.
Yes.
Liveforlive.org.
And I need people to know.
Yes.
You need to go get a restraining order.
Yeah. But sometimes that doesn't help. I think this.
I wonder if it would have helped me. I really do. I wonder if he would have came. But they have a. But it helps a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So restraining order is important. Okay. I think a restraining order is a good step because you know that now you don't have to live in fear every single day.
Hopefully,
and you're standing up for yourself in some sort of a small way.
And yes, and I always feel, I just think, had I done it, maybe my daughter, you know, she would have seen it's not okay. I mean, there's so many examples from when she was young. They have to see this is not okay. So I live with that.
If you had a magic wand, what would you wish for the young women out there today in this type of environment, Jody?
Oh my gosh, that it would be easier for attorneys to help you.
Yeah.
And not have these fees. I know someone right now. Very often, the abusive person will drag out that court case because they don't want to pay the money. They may have the money, but again, a controlling issue they don't want to pay. So they'll drag it out.
Yeah.
And so I know someone that's probably, who knows what she owes the attorney.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
So that's important in our society.
So maybe you can get the grants to help with the house, help with domestic violence, help with attorney fees.
Find an attorney that will do it at a reduced fee or maybe a pro bono case. There's got to be a way to do this.
Yeah. Now, we're wrapping up. Can you believe it? Is there anything else, Jody, you'd like to say? September 14th is a huge day. You start at 7:30. It's at the 4-H Fair in Chelmsford.
Yes.
Right on South Chelmsford Road.
But I want to say, we used to start at 7:30 because we had a 50-mile bike ride, and we don't have that this year.
Okay, so you're going to start later.
The first event is the 23-mile bike ride, which starts at 9:30. So, you know, show up at whatever time to register and get your number, and, you know, so...
And you don't have to walk.
And get your bag.
Right, you don't have to walk, and you don't have to run. One quick sentence for women out there. What would you like to say to the women out there today?
I say call me, go on the Liv for Liv website. It's a great first step.
Yes.
And if you think something's not right, it's not right.
It's not right. Well, I just want to commend you, Jody. You're doing tremendous things. You are a true champion for women out there with domestic violence. Keep up the great work. and keep on honoring your beautiful daughter, Olivia, which we're dedicating the show today
Thank
to her.
you so
Here's a
much.
traditional Godiva chocolate in the Diva and you. Please, she needs a grant writer. Don't forget September 14th.
Thank
And if
you.
you want to volunteer, she has
Oh, we need volunteers.
a lot of volunteers to help Live for Liv.
Or you want to sponsor.
Our sponsor.
Sponsoring is
Yes.
huge. And we have a week left to get you on our T-shirts, but you will be on signs.
Yes.
We are trying very hard. You know, it's a 15-year anniversary date, which is difficult for me.
Yeah.
But if someone could donate $1,500, if possible.
That'd be great.
It's huge, and you will be acknowledged and put on our website. I mean, you know, and so, yes.
Thank you for watching Dacey's Divas, and I will see you soon.